going, guys? Eric Zubik here, covering more of your Goofs. Now, we went through the poll last weekend. It said the winner was Whistles and Sneezes, but even though it was technically not voted incorrectly, but anyway, Whistles and Sneezes or hashtag Whistles and Ashes if you're into the social media trend. So let's get on down to the two big engines who are having these types of problems. Yup, now let's go now. Now, pay attention. Edward is actually at the sheds. Why am I saying this now? This is very important later on.
Gordon was cross. Why should Henry have a new shape, he grumped.
Yeah, question. Why aren't you having a new set of buffers that are not crooked? Also, why is your middle lantern post bent? Also, you have a huger gap in your left eye. Well, technically the bigger hole and as compared to the right eye, which has a smaller hole.
A shape good enough for me is good enough for him. He goes gallivanting off to crew, leaving us to do his work, and comes back saying how happy he feels. It's disgraceful. And there's another thing. Henry whistles too much. No respectable engine ever whistles loudly at stations. It isn't wrong, but we just don't do it.
Says the big blue engine with two divots in his left eye.
Poor Henry didn't feel happy anymore.
And he shouldn't feel happy. His faceplate's not on properly despite being fixed.
Happy anymore. Never mind, whispered Percy.
Yeah, you mean said the little green two divots in his left eye engine?
I'm glad you're home again. I like your whistling. Goodbye, Henry, called Gordon. We're glad to have you with us again, but remember what I said. Later, Henry stopped at Edward's station. Hello, Henry, said Edward. You look splendid. I was pleased to hear your happy whistle yesterday. Thank you, Edward, smiled Henry.
Wait, actually, know what? No, gotta go back. I think there was a goof there.
Later, Henry stopped at Edward's station.
Yeah, his eyes were jittery when he stopped at the station.
Hello, Henry, said Edward. You look splendid. I was pleased to hear your happy whistle yesterday. Thank you, Edward, smiled Henry. It sounds like Gordon, said Edward, and it ought to be Gordon. But Gordon never whistles like that.
This is one reason you never hear an engine scream in the story. Usually.
It was Gordon. He came rushing down the hill at a tremendous rate. He didn't look at...
It didn't look tremendous. He looked like a regular speed.
And he didn't look at Edward. He screamed straight through the station and disappeared. Well, said Edward. It isn't wrong, chuckled Henry, but we just don't do it. And he told Edward what Gordon had said.
Yeah, funny you should mention, Edward heard Gordon say this in the sheds. Why is Henry recapping this? And if that doesn't suck enough, think again. Gordon going full speed over the hill.
Meanwhile, Gordon screeched on.
But his wheels are slowing down at the same speed, though.
The noise was awful.
Wow, nice sticky tack under a couple of the passengers, guys. Really.
At the station, everyone held their ears.
That's false! Nobody was holding their ears.
Back controller held his ears too. Take him away, he...
Yeah, definitely take him away. As soon as you fix your left hand being aligned with your right, I mean, it's off angle. Also, you got a bit of a scratch on your right sleeve. And 3 holes surrounding your face. Let me point them out before I fire. There's one on the chin. One below his right cheek. And one on his left cheek.
And stop that noise! Gordon puffed sadly away, but he wouldn't stop whistling until 2 fitters climbed.
Confirmed. That relative is not the Fat Controller, as we see the Fat Controller right here.
Up and knocked his...
Oh, we got more sticky tack, I presume. Underneath the skinnier guy with the top hat.
Valve in place.
And more sticky tack underneath one of the workmen. Just checking to see if any of the workmen have been mispainted. Sorry for that. Where's the background?
That night, Gordon slunk into the shed. He was glad it was empty. It isn't wrong, murmured Henry to no one in particular, but we just don't do it. No one mentioned whistles. Next morning, Henry was enjoying himself enormously. I feel so well, he sang. Trickety-trot.
Now it's different set of coaches, but now's where the Goofs really start to fly. Just checking.
I feel so well.
Henry's in his new shape.
So well, he sang. Trickety-trot, trickety-trot.
Now Henry's in his old shape. We got a bit of a loose, I think a loose bit of tape on below Henry's platform, I think. Also, this is archive footage from the flying, what was it? I don't remember the story, but this was definitely archive footage from somewhere. Here, comment down below where it was from, because I clearly don't remember which archive. It's archive footage, but I don't know where it's from.
His coaches.
Oh, wait. Another goof. Wait, there's another goof.
Trickety-trot, trickety-trot.
We see we see a see-through in his left eye, though. That's something unusual, which means his faceplate's not on properly in that area.
His coaches. Then he saw some boys on a bridge. Peep, peep, hello.
Some boys, there's only one.
He whistled. Oh, he called.
Oh, now they add the other 2 afterward. What a shock. But this is supposed to be right.
The boys didn't wave and take his number. They thought it fun to drop stones on him instead. They've broken our glass. They've broken our glass, sobbed the coaches.
Wait a minute.
Him instead.
I think we can see the end of the set.
They've broken our glass. They've broken our glass, sobbed the coaches. The passengers weren't hurt, but they were cross. Call the police. No, said the driver. Leave it to Henry and me. What will you do, they asked. Can you keep a secret? Yes.
Now this is really messed up. The brim of the hat is blue when it's supposed to be black.
Well then, said the driver. Henry?
And that headband portion of the hat as well is also blue when it's supposed to be black.
Going to sneeze at those boys. Lots of people were waiting at the station just before the bridge. They wanted to see what would happen. "Henry has plenty of ashes," said the driver. "Please keep all windows shut till we have passed the bridge. Henry is as excited as we are, aren't you, old fellow?"
No. Henry was more stuff up and excited. And how can you be excited when you have plenty of ashes inside of you? That's impossible.
Henry was feeling stuffed up.
And here's where it starts to get worse. Henry's actually stopped at that position. Then a half second later, they move him.
They could see the boys, and they all had stones.
Now, Henry's actually angry when he's supposed to be stuffed up, technically. Pretty emotional goof, guys.
"Are you ready?" Henry said.
Oh, good, they fixed the brim.
"Driver, sneeze hard when I tell you." "Now," he said. "Achoo, shoo."
Wait, whoa. Hold the phone, people.
"Now," he said. "Achoo, shoo."
Yeah, they weren't even hit with the smoke yet. And they're already dirty.
"Well done, Henry," laughed his driver. Henry went home very pleased with himself. He had taught Gordon and silly boys a lesson with a whistle and a sneeze.
Technically with a whistle and plenty of ashes. Anyway, comment down below if there were any goofs missed. Also, like this video if you enjoyed it. Do not forget to subscribe if you haven't done so already. And turn on all post notifications so that way you will not miss a single upload. Anyway, this has been Eric Zubik signing off for now. Catch you guys back to the next season and the next station. And all aboard!